Hi, my name is Lizzie and I'm a speech and language therapist in Sheffield. Today I'm going to talk about how you can help your child to develop their ability to talk about, understand and manage their feelings. Some children have gaps in their vocabularies for feelings words. This means that they can struggle to know and communicate how they feel. It can make it hard for them to understand their feelings and manage their feelings, which can impact on their behaviour. We can use strategies to help children to notice how they feel, to learn words for how they feel, and to manage how they feel. We can do this through coaching children when they experience different feelings, and we can also model how we, adults, experience and manage our own feelings. In this video, we're going to talk about coaching. So, when babies or very young children show us that they're experiencing a particular feeling, they often do this through their behaviour or their facial expression. The first thing that adults often do is to copy the child's facial expression. And this is still a useful thing to do with a child of any age who doesn't have many feelings words. The next thing we need to do is give that feeling a label. A doctor called Dan Siegel, who's written the book The Whole Brain Child, has a phrase. He says, name it to tame it. And that's because as soon as we have a name for a feeling, that feeling becomes more manageable and our brain starts to be able to calm. We need to be careful when we're naming our child's feelings. Sometimes their behaviour looks like they might be angry, but actually we know that they're worried or they're embarrassed or sad or upset. We can use words like think, know, believe, wonder. So you might say, I think you're worried about going to school tomorrow, or I wonder if you're sad because you dropped your lolly on the floor. To begin with, as your child is still developing their feelings vocabulary, try to use one consistent label per feeling. So you could say cross rather than lots of other words that mean the same, like angry, mad, or irritated. You could also use a picture or a sign to visually support this feeling. So the pictures could be a symbol, they could be an emoji, they could be yours or your child's drawing of a facial expression. They could be a picture of a favourite character or the characters from the film Inside Out could be useful too if this is something that your child understands and enjoys. The next thing that we need to do is to help your child to notice the clues that they're feeling a particular emotion. Clues could be the way that their face looks. So you might say, I think you might be angry because I can see that your eyes are frowning. Or you might comment on the way that their body looks. So, I wonder if you're worried because you're moving around a lot. So these are things that are likely to be individual to each child. You might also talk about the way that you think their body could feel. So maybe your tummy feels a bit funny because you're worried, or you might feel your heart beating very quickly in your chest because you're scared. Some children might be quite unsettled by the physical side of an emotion. So giving them some extra reassurance that this is normal can help them to understand and manage that feeling. We know that it can be really hard for children to manage their emotions when they don't have words for them because they can't tell people how they feel and so they can't tell people what they need to feel better. Imagine being really cross but not having a word to understand that feeling or to be able to explain it. It'd probably make you even more upset and you might end up communicating the feeling physically. One way to help a child to manage their feelings is for them to be able to communicate it, either using words or symbols. You could give your child a script for what they could say. So you could say, you could tell me, I feel sad. Or if your child struggles to communicate using words or particularly struggles to use words when they're upset, you could encourage them to show you their feeling card and just model the phrase, feeling worried. Remember to copy their facial expression too. We all have different ways of coping with and managing different feelings. I sometimes need to go for a walk if I feel cross, or take deep breaths if I'm worried. I might want a hug if I'm sad, but someone else might need to do very different things to manage these emotions. You can help your child to cope with their feeling and start to calm by suggesting the things that they can do. You will already be doing these things anyway. You probably know lots of things that help your child to calm, but you might find that you need to do these strategies for your child, or that they don't ask for these things to be done. The coping strategies are individual to your child. You might need to start to look for little things that your child might do to calm his or herself when they're feeling different emotions. When you know the things that help your child to calm down, you could put these on the other side of their feelings card. This is something that a framework called CERTS recommends, and this can help your child to learn strategies to deal with different feelings. It also takes the pressure off your child's memory and language skills. If you show your child the worried card, which has a picture of squeezing their favourite squeezy toy, the visual then supports their understanding and their memory for what they need to do to help them to calm down. When your child is more used to using the feelings cards, they might then start to show you which strategy they need to do. Again, having a visual means that they don't have to remember and to find the right words to communicate how they're feeling and what they need to do. The final stage of coaching is to help your child to work out how to make the situation better. It's the problem solving part of coaching. Depending on the situation, depending on your child's age, their language skills, how upset or worried or angry they are, they might need some time to calm down before you start to use lots of language to talk about what has happened. In another video, we'll talk about how to have these sorts of conversations and how to support children with communication difficulties to talk about their behaviour. Okay, so to recap, when you're coaching children's ability to talk about, understand and manage their feelings, we need to mirror their facial expression, accurately label the feeling, consider visually supporting the feeling word, help the child to notice the clues that they're feeling a particular way, give them ways to communicate the feeling, offer strategies to calm, and then when they're ready, problem solve together.